one of the most important things that I learned from Paideia was how to not only look at what other scholars are saying, but incorporate my own argument and assert my own ideas while still navigating scholarly discourse.
I think Paideia has taught me that I have an argument and that it's important to express that. I can do so in a concise way using dynamic language. And I think that prior to Paideia, I didn't understand how to argue in a written form. I didn't understand that writing is like a form of expression more so than just trying to convey one singular message without any emotion. You have to give a bit of your heart, and you have to show a bit of vulnerability when you're writing to be able to construct a strong argument. And that's what Paideia has taught me.
Coming into college, I was pretty unsure of my writing, unconfident. But Paideia is a great way to sort of ease your way into college, great introduction, and I think it sort of provided the validation I needed that I'm able to do this, I'm able to write at a collegiate level and have some fun while doing it. It's not like a pressure-filled, I gotta write this or I'm gonna fail out. Paideia is there for you, and it's supposed to help you grow in confidence, and if you can do that, that's what you need to get out of Paideia.
I think one of the best pieces of advice that I've received as a writer is to realize that drafting actually is the process of coming up with what you're writing. So often I think we assume that we have to know what we're going to talk about and what the main point of our writing is before we start, and really that's something you actually discover through the process of writing, and that's been something that's been super helpful for me as a writer.
I would say take advantage of your resources, especially your professors and the Writing Center. Get to know your Paideia prof, because that can come in handy, if you're experiencing a problem, you can just shoot them an email, be like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing, can I please have help? And they'll be like, sure, and you can go and meet with them. But if you don't know them and you haven't developed some sort of relationship, it's going to be a bit scarier. But your Paideia profs are always willing to help. And as far as the Writing Center, it's just a good free resource. Take advantage of it, because basically you're paying a lot in tuition, and you might as well use part of what you're paying for. And Writing Center tutors have a lot of great suggestions, and even though they're not professors, they've lived through Paideia recently. So, it's not like a professor who's maybe even gone to Luther and taken this, 40 years ago. They may have just taken it the previous year. So it's great experience that is up to date.
I would say try to enjoy it, which can be kind of challenging. Try to write for yourself more than writing for the teacher. I think it's really important to try to develop an argument that you believe in rather than what you might think the teacher wants. Sometimes you just gotta take a chance and go off on a tangent that you think is important. That can lead to some of your best writing.
Before taking my first Paideia exam, I think that I needed to review just the general plot of the story and make sure that I was most familiar with some of the most prominent themes in the book, I think is the most important thing.
I wish I would have known that it's just one test, and however you do, it's not the end of the world. If it goes poorly, you're not going to get kicked out of college. I wish I would have known that it's more about the big ideas rather than the small little points. So as long as you're reading the books and getting a larger message, I think you'll do just fine on the tests.
First of all, that I can do it. Second of all, that there will be an end. But third of all, that the exams are structured, they will bring out the big ideas from the books. It's more of just overall themes throughout. How does someone love someone? Or what does a character overcome to be able to be the person that they are today, their dynamic arc throughout the book? Just thinking about those themes and connecting them to your own life helps you to remember them, but also make some meaning out of them. Paideia is more than just reading books. You're trying to connect them to your life and learn some lessons from them. Even though, you might be stressed preparing for the exam, you can do it, you'll make it through, and you'll at least remember one thing that you can apply to your life. So just know that a test is a test, but the stuff that you learn in the course of the class will benefit you for years to come.